What's going on, guys, and welcome to my FPL Game Week 3 transfer plans video. Today we're going to be looking at how many points we've got in Game Week 2, but we're also going to be discussing the players that I'm considering to transfer in for Game Week 3. So make sure you guys do smash a like if you haven't already, but let's waste no more time and let's get into it. So starting off with the Game Week 2 review, guys, things went really well. We finished the game week on 92 points, which saw me get a green arrow all the way up to 200k. So yeah, really pleased with that, guys. We did captain Erling Haaland, but we didn't use a triple captain. All right, so we did. I was considering it. I'm not gonna lie, I really was considering using that triple captainship on Erling Haaland, but I decided against it because I do like to use my triple captains for double game weeks. But nonetheless, congratulations to everyone else that did use the triple captain on Haaland. Yeah, it definitely did work. But Haaland gets the hat trick. I did captain him, and he got a huge 34 points, which is absolutely just fantastic. So yeah, really happy with that. But I am disappointed with Rodrigo Muniz and Alexander Isak. These two really let me down. I had high hopes for them. My expectations were really high for these two, especially Rodrigo Muniz at home to Leicester. I saw how poor defensively Leicester were against Spurs, so I was really counting on Muniz to deliver the goods this week, and he just missed so many chances. I watched the game on Sky Sports and I watched it in pure disappointment because this guy Rodrigo Muniz should have put the ball in the back of the net, not once but twice, guys. There was one time in the game where Robinson had the ball on the left hand side. He whipped in a beautiful cross all the way to the back post where Rodrigo Muniz was, and he should have headed it into the goal, but instead he headed it wide, and that would have got me a lot more points because, as you can see, I've also got Robinson in my team, so that would have been the perfect combination, but unfortunately it just didn't work out for me, guys. But yeah, really let down with Muniz. I'm not going to panic though. I'm not going to rage transfer him out. I'm still going to keep him because I do like the fixtures for Fulham, and the underlying data is there to support, you know, Muniz being still a good option. So yeah, unfortunately, he couldn't get any points. And Isak as well against Bournemouth, really poor, man. I watched that game on Sky Sports today, and yeah, Newcastle just looked really poor. Wasn't really impressed with their performance. They didn't really create a lot of chances. So yeah, I'm expecting Newcastle to pick up. I am expecting them to pick up. I'm not, again, some people may you know, ask me, you know, what should I do with Alexander Isak, but in my opinion, I would hold. I still do like the upcoming fixtures for Newcastle, and I believe Isak is a quality player. If he gets the chances, I believe he can put the ball in the back of the net. So unfortunately, he didn't get any points this game against Bournemouth, but like I said, I think Newcastle, they were poor, but I think Isak you know, will be good in the next few game weeks. I do believe he will be good. So yeah, hopefully next week he can deliver. But yeah, those two, Muniz and Isak, they just let me down, I'm not gonna lie. But we'll move on to the midfield. Diogo Jota returning the goods again, guys, man. I really do love Diogo Jota as an asset. I mean, I know he, you know, he does typically get subbed off quite early, but still, man, like, even with just 70 minutes, Jota is a fantastic asset in my opinion. So really happy with him. He managed to walk away from that game with an assist. He could have had a goal as well. Really close to getting a goal from a Trent cross. Trent pulled it back, and then Jota shot just outside the 6-yard box, but it was a great block from, I think it was Collins. I don't even know who the Brentford defender was that blocked it. I can't remember. But yeah, it was a really good block. But Jota was close to getting on the score sheet as well. But yeah, I'm really happy with Jota as an asset. And Anthony Gordon, guys. Anthony Gordon, I know Newcastle were poor. I know they were poor, but somehow, some way, Anthony Gordon managed to get on the score sheet and collected all 3 bonus points, which is absolutely fantastic. So again, really happy with that. And I'll be keeping my Newcastle assets, man. I still will be keeping my Newcastle assets. It's Tottenham at home next and Wolves away in game week 4. I still think those 2 games are pretty good, so I'll be keeping those 2. We've got Bukayo Saka as well, 6 points, a cheeky assist, we'll take it. Really impressive Arsenal again. I know they probably could have conceded, but I'll take an assist from Bukayo Saka. Hudson-Odoi, I'm not gonna lie, he kind of let me down. Yeah, Hudson-Odoi did let me down. He could have scored. He could have possibly got an assist as well. He put in the cross for Morgan Gibbs-White's goal, but Morgan Gibbs-White took the shot. It got blocked, and then he shot again and then scored from that. So that obviously didn't register as a Hudson-Odoi assist, but very close. Fine margins. But yeah, Hudson-Odoi is on fraud watch. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I might be taking him out, and again, we'll get onto my transfer plans very shortly. But yeah, Hudson-Odoi is at risk of being taken out of this team, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, nonetheless, happy with that midfield overall as a whole. They scored me a lot of points, but the defense is where the majority of my points came from, apart from Erling Haaland. Pedro Porro, Trent and Robinson. I love these three. And Raya in goal. Raya getting 10 points, absolutely fantastic. Made some saves. He got an extra bonus points after the match week, after the game week ended as well. Before he was only on 2 bonus, but he actually managed to get 3 bonus points as well. So yeah, he got an extra bonus. That's absolutely fantastic. I mean, no, sorry, he was on 1 bonus and then he actually got 2 extra bonus, which is absolutely fantastic. And he gets save points as well. What I've noticed this season is that Raya seems to be making more saves than he was last season. So he's actually getting more bonus and extra save points, which is really, really nice. But yeah, I just love Raya as a set and forget option, man. I told you guys in pre-season, I'm a big fan of Raya. Cheapest route into the Arsenal defence, and we know how good the Arsenal defenders are. Yes, I know, probably a bit lucky to get a clean sheet, but the game is the game, man. There's always a bit of luck involved with FPL, so yeah, can't complain too much. But yeah, man, really, really happy with the defence. All of them returned. Porro got a clean sheet. Trent with it, a clean sheet as well. Very unlucky not to get an assist as well. And then Robinson, although he did concede, he actually got an assist. And again, he racked up an extra bonus point after the game week ended, which is really, really nice. But all in all, really, really happy with the team. Unfortunately, by the way, I forgot to mention, I have Amad Diallo on the bench and he scored. He scored against Brighton. So that's really, really unfortunate. I'm not going to lie. Pretty annoying. I was close to starting him, but the reason why I didn't start him ahead of Hudson-Odoi is because I actually did expect Amad to only play around 60 minutes, but surprisingly he actually played 89 minutes in game week 2. So yeah, that's really, really unfortunate. I think if I knew Amad would play that many minutes against Brighton, I probably would have started him against instead of Hudson-Odoi, but it is what it is, man. You can't have them all. You can't always win with this game. But yeah, really, really happy with this week. 92 points, 164 points overall. It's just the start of the season, but things are looking good right now, guys. Things are looking good. But let's go ahead and move on to my transfer plans for game week 3. So guys, as you can see, these are the players that I've currently got on my radar. All right, we've got Smith Rowe, Morgan Rogers, Leon Bailey and Minte from Brighton. These are the 4 players I'm looking at, like strongly considering for my game week 3 transfer. Now we've got Smith Rowe in there. Of course, he scored in the last game against Leicester at home, played well in that game, and I actually do think Smith Rowe is a great option. I was talking about him in pre-season, and I was very, very close to putting him in my game week 1 squad, but I did go for Hudson-Odoi instead. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of regretting that, but it is what it is. Like I said, you can't get them all right. But yeah, I think Smith Rowe is a great option. The fixtures for Fulham are really, really good. It's Ipswich away in game week 3, West Ham at home in game week 4, Newcastle at home as well in game week 5, and then even Forest away in game week 6. I think long term, the fixtures for Fulham are actually really, really good. So I think at the price of 5.5 million, Smith Rowe could be a good option. And like I said, I'm liking what I'm seeing on the eye test as well. So yeah, I think with the fixtures, with the sort of player quality that I know Smith Rowe has, I actually think he's a good option. Like I said, someone I'm really, really considering. Now, we're going to move on because there's someone that I'm even favouring even more than Smith Rowe, and that's Morgan Rogers. Guys, I think Morgan Rogers at 5 million could just be one of the best value plays in the game, and I am strongly considering him for my game week 3 team. And yeah, I just can't believe he's 5 million. Honestly, again, he passed the eye test for me, and if you guys can't tell already, I'm a big fan of the eye test. Of course, it's nice to, you know, look at stats and get an idea from stats, but for me, nothing just beats the eye test, man. I really love I love football. I love watching football, so I'm a big fan of the eye test. And what I saw from Rogers against Arsenal was absolutely fantastic. Very, very unlucky not to walk away with an assist. He's an overall quality player. I can see that already. And then when you combine that with the fact that he's getting 90 minutes playing in that number 10 role behind the striker with brilliant fixtures, man, I really like Rogers. Guys, I think Aston Villa assets as well. I quickly want to speak about Aston Villa in general. Their fixtures are incredible. The next 4 fixtures they've got are probably the best 4 fixtures that any team has in the Premier League. It's Leicester away in game week 3. It's Everton at home in game week 4. Again, another fantastic fixture against Wolves at home in game week 5, and then I believe in game week 6 is Ipswich away. Those 4 fixtures are fantastic, and I want to attack those fixtures. those fixtures by having an Aston Villa attacker, which is why you guys can also see Leon Bailey there as well. But I am slightly favouring Morgan Rogers because of his price. I think the price up of 5 million for Morgan Rogers, knowing that he's pretty much a nailed on starter to play the entire game with these 4 fixtures coming up, for me it's a no-brainer. For me it's an absolutely no-brainer, and he is the number 1 target for me. I'm gonna be honest, guys, he's the number 1 target. I love him as an option. I know he's not scored or assisted yet, but like I said, if you guys watch the game versus Arsenal, we know he should have walked away with at least 1 assist from that game. He passed a good pass to Ollie Watkins. Ollie Watkins right in front of goal. He should have buried that. He should have scored. All right, so yeah, I love Rogers as an option, and like I said, for me, he's passed the eye test for me. I think he's a quality player within himself. He's got great fixtures and he's playing 90 minutes. For me, like I said, it's a no-brainer. But the plays that I go for, and again, one thing I want to mention, as you guys saw when we were talking about my Game Week 2 review, I've got no Salah, and I'm going to talk about this in a second because who I go for also kind of depends, because I really do want Salah for Game Week 4. And I just think Rogers might be the perfect player to sort of enable me getting Salah in Game Week 4. But we're going to speak about that in a second. Before I do speak about Salah and my plans in Game Week 4, of course, we spoke about Bailey and the Villa attack in general. I think Ollie Watkins, Rogers, Leon Bailey are all fantastic options. Minte from Brighton, I really like for 4 and 5. Again, he's someone that I like on the eye. The data, the underlying data is also relatively good for Minte. As you can see, he's already got 1 assist and he's got an expected goal involvement of 0.66 per 90, which is really, really nice. But for me, the Minte pick is purely for that Game Week 4 and 5 fixture. I kind of like what I've seen from Brighton so far, so that's why I do like Minte. There is obviously Matoma as well, but he's a bit more expensive. So yeah, I've got my eye on Minte. Obviously, if I did go for Minte, it wouldn't be in Game Week 3. It would be for Game Week 4 and Game Week 5. But you guys are going to see now. We're going to head over to FPL, to Fantasy Football Scout, and we're going to have a look at how my team could shape up for the next few upcoming game weeks with these transfers in place. Alright guys, so we are on planfpl.com and we're going to have a look at how my team could shape up with certain possible transfers. And like I said, there is a lot to discuss because, yeah, let's just get straight into it. So as you can see, this is my Game Week 3 team. Alright guys, so this is what my team will look like in Game Week 3. I'm probably going to bench Porro for Mikalenko. I know Everton defensively are pretty crap, I'm not going to lie, but I just think, yeah, home to Bournemouth, probably more of a chance of a clean sheet than Porro. So yeah, that's how my team will look for Game Week 3. But this is the idea, right? Take out Hudson-Odoi for Morgan Rogers, right? This is like my number 1 idea at the moment. This is what, like, yeah, this is where I'm at the moment, right? So Morgan Rogers in for Hudson-Odoi for Game Week 3. Now we move on to Game Week 4. Remember guys, I've not used a transfer yet, so I've got 2 frees at this point in time. So we go for Rogers, and then in Game Week 4, what we do is we take Saka out, who's got Spurs and City in the next 2. We take out Saka, we put Salah in, and then obviously we need -2. We've got -2 in the bank, right? So we then probably take out Anthony Gordon for Minte. So in Game Week 4, we'd be putting in Minte and Salah. And I really, really do like that plan a lot. And that's how my team would shape up for Game Week 4. So that's something I'm strongly considering. But the problem is, guys, if Salah goes up in price, which could be likely, if Salah goes up before Game Week 4, I'm screwed. I generally don't know what I'm going to do because I like this plan a lot. I really, really do like it. But if Salah goes up in price, then I'm not going to be able to afford it. I'm going to be 0.1 short. So that's where the problem comes in. And if that happens, I don't know yet what I'm going to do. I really, really don't know yet what I'm going to do. But this is where I'm at the moment. And I like this plan a lot. I love the Brighton fixture against Ipswich and Forest at home. And I just feel like I have to have Salah, bro. I feel like for Game Weeks 4 and 5, if I just view fixtures here, for Game Weeks 4 and 5, Nottingham Forest at home and Bournemouth at home, I feel like I really, really need Salah. So my transfers sort of need to aim towards getting Salah in. But if he goes up in price, like I said, I'm kind of screwed. Obviously, with this Game Week 4 team, I think the biggest problem here is Mikalenko away to Villa. I don't think he'll get any points, but that's pretty much it. Other than that, I'm happy with the team. We've got Amad Diallo on the bench as well. I probably wouldn't start him, but yeah, that's one option. All right, that's one option. That's something I'm really, really considering. Now we'll move on to another option I'm considering. So if we just sort of reset this, guys, literally just freestyling, chatting to you guys. So I hope you are enjoying this video so far. I'm probably waffling a lot, but yeah, hopefully you guys are with me. Now another option, if Salah does go up in price, right, and I can't go to Salah, I think I go for Cole Palmer. So again, I think I do the same thing. To be fair, I think Rodgers is probably going to come in, you know. I think Rodgers is going to make the team because I could go to Rodgers and then for game week 4, I put in Cole Palmer, who's got some nice fixtures. That's a possibility. We saw how good Cole Palmer did in game week 3 against Wolves. So I could go for Cole Palmer and then I could use another transfer. Either taking out Mikalenko for an Aston Villa defender, maybe a Konza, and I leave Anthony Gordon against Wolves away, who conceded 6 to Chelsea, by the way. So that's an option. Or I leave Mikalenko, I take out Gordon, and I downgrade him to 5.5 Minte or Matoma. Minte or Matoma, one of the two. I've got enough for both, so one of the two. And then my team would look like that, but of course no Salah. So again, it's something that I'm considering. Of course, I could just take out Haaland, but I really, really want to keep Haaland for that Brentford at home game. I think that's a great game for Haaland. So yeah, they're like the biggest two sort of plans for me at the moment. Yeah, again, I could go Bailey here instead of Minte. I could go for Smith Rowe as well. Again, nothing is set in stone. I could change my mind, but at the moment, because I've got Rodrigo Menez, I think maybe going for Minte or Matoma or a Brighton midfielder could be the best play. But yeah, for me, I think my transfers just have to be aimed at getting Salah in. I really, really do. So that is where I'm currently at with my transfer plans, guys. A lot of things need to be considered, a lot of decisions that need to be made. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you smash a big thumbs up on the video. We started things off pretty well. I'm not gonna lie, man. 92 points in game week 2, up to 200k. Hopefully we can break that 100k mark and get inside the top 100k. That would be absolutely fantastic, man. But like I said, I'm no expert. I'm just a guy that simply loves FPL and that just loves talking about FPL, to be honest. But yeah, man, guys, I hope you did enjoy the video. Smash a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on post notifications. And until the next one, I'm out. Peace.